That's really the overview of the program. And, every week I got stronger and every week it got easier. I mean, it was never easy, but the really cool thing about Hammer and Chisel that I really loved is I think we had like 12 different workouts and no 2 weeks were the same. They were constantly changing the workouts. So that was really cool because you definitely don't get bored with it. And we've heard that there's, in the deluxe package, there's going to be 5 workouts that us test group participants haven't even seen yet. So there's going to be like 17 workouts on this. So pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So I have some questions, if you don't mind answering,
Oh.
from our team submitted.
Okay.
And go through. Let me see. The first question is, how difficult or strict was the nutrition, and how does it vary from the 21-day fix? Because it uses the containers, but how does it vary as far as the plan goes from the 21-day fix plan?
That's an awesome question. It's identical to the extreme. So it's similar to the 21-day fix, except there's no cheats.
So no cheats, less carbs, less dairy. Is that how the extreme is different too? And I know that it has a little bit less.
I don't know.
So no wine on this one.
No wine.
No pizza.
No. But that's not to say, it doesn't happen. It's life. You have birthdays. You have pizza night.
Okay, what do you feel like this would be a good program for someone who isn't leaned out but is looking to change body composition or fat burn? So I've had this question come up a couple times where they asked, like, is this a program that you do after you're already lean and you're just trying to get definition, or is this one that you can still do if you still have, some fat to lose?
It's absolutely for everyone. It's catered to the meal plan will determine what your goals are. So to lose, if I wanted to lose, I should have been in bracket A, but I really wanted to make gains in this, and I didn't necessarily want to lose. I just wanted to I wanted to pack on some muscle, but not really lose or gain. And so I bracketed up one. And like Tara Carr was in there. She lost, I think, 22 pounds. She had a really awesome transformation. And then Doug Couch, he had, I think he lost like 30 pounds. So most everyone in there had less than 10 that they wanted to lose. So they hit their goal. And then some people wanted to make gains and some wanted to gain weight. Everyone pretty much hit the goal that they want, but it totally depends on what meal plan you choose.
Mm-hmm. So you went with one that was kind of in the middle?
I bracketed up one. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because you, in your transformation, I mean, you definitely leaned out, but did you kind of stay, like weight-wise, did you kind of stay the same as before, or did you gain?
No, actually, at one point, I was freaking out. I think maybe between week 3 and 5, there was 8 weeks. So, no, it was between 4 and 6 weeks. It was right in the middle. I was flipping out because I was up 4 pounds. And I was on point with my nutrition at that point. It was just I packed on so much muscle that the scale was up. I was still leaning out. I lost tons of inches, and in the test group, they would not let us change brackets. When we just committed to one in the beginning, we were married to it. And so I actually contacted the nutrition guy, and I was like, "It's not working. My weight's going up. Can I please bracket down?" And he was like, "Nope, stay where you are. Trust the process." And I did. And I ended up down 2.8 pounds.
Yeah, but you're, visibly so drastically different. Even if the scale didn't lose, did you still feel really confident just because of
my gosh.
differences?
Yeah, I dropped a pant size. I dropped 5% body fat and I think 7.5 inches. So most of which was from my waist. And I would have lost more from my hips, but my butt got so amazing that I think it kind of got higher. So when I measured, I was definitely losing inches around my hips, but my butt was just so amazing and round and up, that it didn't change. I think I lost maybe 2 inches total around my hips, but the waist was where I really saw it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But just the whole shape of everything completely changed. It's crazy.
Have you been still doing it since the test group ended, or did you switch to a different program?
I've really slacked off. My intention was just to take 2 weeks off. I went out to Los Angeles, filmed the infomercial, and I was going to take 2 weeks off between that leadership and then just being home. But I have been kind of wishy-washy. I have commitment issues, so it's crazy that I finished it from start to finish without, doing it 100%. But my intention is, now that I'm, a week out from the launch, my intention now is to just start over with everyone else. But no.
Do you feel like your results do you feel like you've been able to maintain, or is it one of those programs where kind of as soon as you go off, your composition starts to change? Because I had a couple of people ask me that.
Any program, I'm definitely not where I was on that last day. Definitely not. But that's been my nutrition. Like, I kind of went a little crazy when I was like, oh my God, I can have cheats again, like rebellious. Like, I'm going to have pizza and I'm going to have ice cream and I have lots of Halloween candy. Halloween was kind of like not good for me. But the really cool thing about muscle is I'm sure I could go and do it 2 weeks and be back to where I was. Muscle memory is so amazing. So if I was committed, like, absolutely. And the people that are still doing it look even better than they did whenever they stopped,
Mm-hmm. Did you get a lot stronger? Like, by the end, were you using a lot heavier weights? Or did
I was.
You stay kind of the same?
I was. And I really pushed myself too. Like, I tried to make gains at least 2.5 pounds every time I did a workout. So.
Oh yeah, that's a lot.
But I really pushed myself a lot.
What weights did you start with when you were doing the program?
All the workouts are so different. I think I think for most, you kind of want like a light, medium, and a heavy. So I think I probably started out with like 5s, 10s, 15s, but I have the Bowflex Select Techs. So I could go up by 2.5. But by the end, I was doing some stuff with 45 pounds.
That's awesome. That's incredible.
Thanks.
Okay, so let me go back to other people's questions.
Okay.
Let's see. Did you use the performance line at all with it?
I did. I used everything but the creatine.
Do you feel like it made a difference from in the past working out without it?
I do. Absolutely the Energize. I'm sure everyone's tried the Energize. Clearly that makes a huge difference. The Recharge was my second favorite. And that's what you have like within half an hour of working out for muscle repair. The creatine I tried for 4 days and then freaked out because I could already see a difference in me holding onto water. And now that I look back, that may have been the 4 to 6 weeks where I was like, oh my God, up 4 pounds. So that could have had something to do with it. And then I used the Recharge overnight, and that was really cool because you are lifting and you're speeding up your metabolism so much and adding muscle, so you are more hungry. So that was really cool because Autumn said it does not count as a container. The Recharge and the, what's the other one called? Recharge and the Recover. Thank you. They don't count as containers because they're supposed to enhance your results. So that was kind of fun for like a late night snack because I would be so hungry, and it tastes like cotton candy. I don't know if you've tried it. So I really liked it for that. I don't know if it really made that much of a difference. I just always did it, but I got good results. So maybe.
Yeah. So Energize definitely made a big difference though for you getting through the workouts.
Yeah. And then the Recover also, yeah, for sure.
I really love those. And that's a great point. I mean, even if the only difference was that it kept you from going off nutrition plan and sleeping at night, because I don't know about you. I don't know if you're the same way as me, but I am like a total night owl and I get all my energy in the evening. So it's really hard for me after dinner because I'll stay up sometimes till like 1 or 2. So like not want another meal. Like
right, exactly. And it tastes like cotton candy. And then the Hydrate too is really cool for the chisel days because those are more of your cardio. And so I don't, everyone's different, but whenever I work out, like I feel like I'm constantly drinking water. Like even here talking, I'm like constantly drinking water. And it's hard to do cardio when you're drinking water a lot because it sloshes around your stomach. And the Hydrate really made a difference. I was able to sip like 3 to 5 times instead of like 50.
Yeah.
So I like it because it really helped the hydration.
I love Hydrate, and I drink it all the time, especially like in the summer here in Florida. I'll just have it all day because I feel like it makes such a big difference, especially if you're outside in the sun. Yeah. Okay, let me move on. What was your favorite part from the whole 60-day program?
Um, Seeing the results, I think.
Yeah.
Like seeing the 30 days, because I mean, there was times where I think we all do this when we do a program where we doubt the process, doubt if we're really putting all this energy in for absolutely nothing. And so, like, even at the 30-day, I was like, I see inches changing. I didn't really feel like, anything crazy. But when I saw the pictures, I was like, holy cow, this is pretty drastic. And then 60 days, it was like even better.
Did you only chart your pictures and your progress at 30 and 60 days, or did you do it like every week?
I only did it at 30 and 60.
Yeah. So then it was kind of like, oh my gosh, there's a big difference.
Yeah. Because I really wanted to see like the true impact.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, the test group was like the other bonus because Autumn and Sagi were in there. There were some people from corporate, but they pretty much just let us do our thing and post our daily selfies and videos and all that kind of stuff.
That's nice. How much, because I know that you need either a bench or a workout ball, but how much space does this really take? Did you do it with both a bench and a ball, or did you do it with only one or the other? Like, do people really need a whole room, or could this still be something people do in their living room?
I struggle with that because actually some people in the test group started out and they were just going to do a ball. I went ahead and just got I just got like a smaller bench. But I don't know, I just felt sorry for the guy on the ball for the workouts because he had to work harder to balance because there's a lot of like balancing and stuff like that. And then there's a lot of step ups on every day is leg and butt day. So that's why your butt will like completely transform. But I would highly recommend the bench unless you absolutely do not have space for it. And you can buy like smaller benches. The first one I got was like $50 off Amazon, and it's pretty small and it folds up. It's really lightweight, but I did end up having to get a bigger, sturdier one because I really would have pushed myself. So,
do you think people could still do it in their living room? Like if they don't have a separate workout room?
Yeah, I mean, they definitely could. They just need to find a place for the bench.
You said yours folded up?
Well, I have a workout room, so I mean, it folds up.
Like from a leaning to a laying flat.
Yes, but it's really lightweight, so it's super easy to like push up against the wall or whatever.
Yeah.
But I've even thought like those little, I mean, this hasn't been mentioned at all, but I've just kind of thought, because I've gotten this question so much, that the risers that people use for like exercise, like
step class ones that are like the little deck thing.
Thought you could do something like that and push it under your bed,
Yeah.
If you just stacked a couple of those with like the stacks, you could still do the step ups and you could lay on it for any bench press stuff. You just wouldn't have the incline. I mean, you just modify it a little bit, but for someone who absolutely did not have the space, I feel like you could do that.
Yeah, that's a good point. Okay, let me keep going because I want to make sure that I get everybody's stuff. Okay, as far as the cardio, do you feel like this is a really cardio heavy program like T25, or is it more of a mix?
Honestly, to me, it's a lot like 21 Day Fix Extreme because everything pretty much, I think every single workout except for one of the 12 used weights. Mm-hmm. And you are moving constantly. There's no downtime in any of these. So it is pretty fast paced, but you're not necessarily jumping like T25. It's not that intense.
That makes sense. And you alternate days because some of them are the saggy days.
So every other day is a hammer or chisel. So one day you're with Autumn. They're never together. One day you're with Autumn and one day you're with Sagi. And his are more like strength and gains days, and hers are more leaning out.
Did you have a favorite between the two?
I love Sagi. I just think he's adorable. And he's so different in this than he was in Body Beast, because in Body Beast I was kind of like, he kind of seems like a jerk. He's kind of pompous, but in this he's just so adorable, and I feel like his personality comes out a lot more, and he's like really encouraging. I just love Sagi.
How do you feel like this compares to Body Beast? Because I know that there's a lot of women who have tried to do Body Beast, and there's like Body Beast ladies groups on Facebook. And I know for me, I have done part of Body Beast, but I couldn't really connect to it as a program. I'm really excited for a program like this that feels more balanced between like the masculine and the feminine. Do you feel like this is a way better fit for women than trying to do Body Beast?
Yeah, because first of all, in every single video, it's really cool. They have men and women. So like Sagi's was just men,
Mm-hmm.
and his were really like stop and go. You lift for you do your 3 heavy sets, and then you have a break in between. But this like there's no break. It's definitely more. It's definitely not. I don't think it's anything like Beast really, other than the fact that it involves weights and Sagi.
And it's the same guy.
Yeah.
Do you feel like this is a program that couples could do together? Like, would this be a really good program that husbands and wives could kind of partner up and do?
Absolutely, especially if you have the space to have 2 benches, 2
Yeah.
sets of weights. But definitely, yes.
Because I feel like there's not really, I mean, T25 maybe, but I
Mhm.
feel like there's not really a program that kind of hits in challenging ways for both men and women at the same time. Like,
Yeah,
I think 21 Day Fix is great, but I know a lot of guys have a hard time doing it,
I think
even
it's
though,
sissy. Yeah,
yeah, even though it does get them good results, like mentally, I feel like they have a hard time being trained by Autumn. So,
yeah,
and then conversely, women I feel like have a hard time with Sagi. So
right.
225 is kind of that middle ground, but it doesn't have any strength really to it the same way.
Yeah. Adam started the program with me, but in order for us to be able to do it, we had to get up at 5 a.m. And I'm just not a morning person. I'm a night owl like you. So, but whenever we did do it, I think the first maybe week we committed to it, doing it at 5 a.m. And it was awesome doing it with him because I was like pushing harder and so was he. And it was kind of competitive. And I was not going to quit or pause with him.
Yeah, you can't quit when your spouse is there. You have to like
No.
outdo them the whole time.
Yeah. He'd be like, yeah, look at my 20.
Every time Nate and I would do T25 together, I would almost pass out because I was like going so hard just to prove to him that I could go harder and longer.
Heck yeah.
It was good, but it was bad. Okay, let me see what else because I want to make sure I get to everybody's stuff. So I know we asked a little bit about the meal plan. There's a lot of questions about how strict it is. You said it's really similar to 21 Day Fix Extreme.
Mhm.
It uses the same containers. You can still have Shakeology. The food
Mhm.
counts as a red, right? And then the
Yes.
performance line doesn't count, so that's kind of freebies. Do you feel like it was more challenging than 21 Day Fix Extreme, or do you feel like it was pretty much like if you can do the 21 Day Fix Extreme meal plan, you can do this one?
Oh yeah, totally. The difference is the longevity of this program. I
Yeah,
mean,
so you're just
you
doing
can
it
do it
twice
for
a day.
21 days, but 60 is a little bit harder.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I definitely had weak moments where I cheated, like probably once a week, because I'm used to having like a cheat meal. So the last 2 weeks I really buckled down because I was like not gonna mess around with those after pictures. But yeah, I mean, I had cheats, but no, the plan does not call for it.
Is the plan like the regular 21 Day Fix Extreme or like countdown to competition?
Like the regular,
Okay.
there's never any like carb cycling or carb depletion. Like I say, you're married to whatever bracket you choose from the
But
beginning.
that's still pretty balanced because countdown to
Yeah,
competition is pretty hard. Like
yeah, yeah,
all
yeah,
you're eating is like meat and vegetables.
yeah. No, there's nothing like that in here.
So this is still doable for kind of the average
For a
person.
lifestyle,
Mhm.
absolutely.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
Okay, so I think I got through the questions from our team page. Anybody in here have any questions now that you've been listening to it? You can type them in the chat or you can unmute yourself if you want to talk to Danette. Danette, was this up until then? What had you been doing the 21 Day Fix programs or had you been doing something else?
Like I said, I have like the worst ADD ever. So I actually really love body pump, Les Mills pump. So whenever I would do a workout, I would gravitate towards that. But like I said, I mean, I've gotten to really bad habits.
So then, I mean, you were coming from just kind of being random. I've had a couple people ask me, like, do I need to prepare for this program? Like, do I need to do something to get ready? So do you feel like you were fine kind of just jumping into it?
No, I feel like if I would have done a round of 21 Day Fix Extreme, it would have been a lot easier to ease into.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
maybe for people who get Hammer and Chisel, do 21 Day Fix Extreme in December and
Yeah.
then like start January Hammer and Chisel really strong.
I would highly recommend that.
No, that's
Otherwise,
good.
it might kick your butt, which is good. I mean, you want to challenge yourself constantly.
Yeah. Okay, so a couple of people have asked me, do you know what bench you got? Do you know what it was called?
Yeah, I ended up getting the Bowflex I don't know what it's called. It was like $150 from Amazon. It was red and black and super sturdy, but it is really long compared to the $50 one that I got.
Oh, so you started with like kind of a cheap one and then you
Yeah,
upgraded.
I got, I don't even know what brand it was. I can look it up. It was like 50 or $60 from Amazon, and it was smaller. It was a lot shorter, and it was kind of flimsy. And with all the step ups, I just went ahead and got a better one pretty quickly. But you
So
can make it work, you
yeah,
know?
I mean, you
Yeah.
could use like phone books if you need to. For step-ups. Like, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
Um, so since this is like kind of the first, I mean, I know size was longer, but like this is kind of the first longer program that I feel like they've really been pushing in a while. So, how did you feel about doing 60 days? Like, was that really hard for you to commit to the 2 months? Like, what was the most challenging? Was it mental? Was it physical?
Oh,
Because like I know I do a lot of 21 Day Fix Extreme and PIO. Like those are my two that I go between.
right.
But I've done PIO as a program now, so I'm not like on calendar. So I'm not committed to anything for 60 days at a time. Like 21 Day Fix is like a commitment for me doing something for 21 days. So was that challenging for you to kind of jump into like 2 full months of dedicated?
At first it was because, like I said, I've never finished a program. I'm like all over the place with programs. I always have been. And even the 21 Day Fix for me, I haven't even completed a round of that. So the fact that I did this for 60 days is pretty crazy. But I think like after I got through actually probably the first 21 days, I was happy that it was 60 days because I mean, if you can get those kind of results in 21 days, like imagine what you can do in 60.
Mm-hmm.
But the one thing that I have thought about that's going to be difficult is keeping a challenge group open for 60 days. I'm not looking forward to that. 'Cause it's nice to like do them every 21, like you said, like do a 21 Day Fix every month. And then when people start falling off or whatever, you know, you can just start a new group. So that concerns me a little bit.
Do you feel like there was was it just knowing that you were in the test group that made you like stick it out and be active? Like, was it the program itself that you actually like enjoyed it? So you were fine to do it for longer than, 3 weeks? Was there,
I mean, the support was everything. The support group was so important in the test group. But yeah, I think like once I got through whenever I could finish a workout from start to finish without pausing, it became almost like an obsession. Like I have to get in today. I have to get in today. And I did not miss one workout, after that point. So, I mean, it really becomes like something I looked forward to. I
Mhm.
really enjoyed the workouts. Really enjoyed the workouts. So I think that kept me going.
That's awesome. I'm excited about it. I'm like both nervous and excited. I've been wanting a program like this for a while, but like now that it's here, I'm kind of like, oh crap, no.
Don't be nervous. Like it is so amazing. Like it really is. And the fact that it covers like it's like all in one, it's really unique because you're covering strength, balance, agility, like all in one, and you're burning fat and building muscle at the same time. It like hyperactive, hyper activates everything at once.
Mhm.
So I don't know. I love it.
So when they were launching it and they were talking about it at Summit and at Leadership, they've been very careful not to say that this is like a fat burning program. Like they've been saying this is strength, this is toning. For people who want to lose weight, do you still feel like this is a good option for them?
It's I mean, like I said, most people lost under 10 pounds. But it just depends on your goals and your diet. The two people lost 25 to 30. And then everyone else either gained. It really just depends. I think it absolutely could be a weight loss program. Um, if you're on point with your diet.
Hmm. But this is really, I mean, I feel like this program is kind of a mental shift, which is something I'm actually super passionate about, is helping women see like that it doesn't only have to do with what the scale says you weigh. Like
Yeah.
it's such a bigger picture than that. Like I really push progress photos and measurements instead of just like, check your weight. And I always banish my challengers from like getting on the scale every day. Um, they can't see it. I'm wearing a questionable sweatshirt and like pointing to it. I said that it's out of the screen. So I always tell people, like, you're banished from the scale, because what happens, and I think women are really susceptible to this, and I know that I dealt with it for a long time. I dealt with, disordered eating and using the scale as like my gauge for how I felt about myself for the day. And I would get on it, and if it was less, then I would feel good about myself. It was too high, then I would feel like crap all day, and I would like punish myself by working out extra hard or whatever. And that's not the right mentality to be in. So like I deal with that a lot with my challengers, trying to break that mental cycle. Like all the scale tells you is your body's relation to gravity. Like that's it. It can't tell you if you're getting leaner. It can't tell you if your arms are getting defined. It can't tell you if your butt looks better. Like it can't tell you any of those things. So I feel like this program, like when I've been looking at it, that's something that I foresaw. I was like, oh, I'm going to get challengers that get in here that are like, I'm not losing weight, and start freaking out. So is that something going into it as coaches, maybe really focusing on the measurements and the photos instead of
Heck
the
yes.
scale is a smart idea?
Yeah, because actually at one point, I think the same point that I was freaking out, there was all the women were like, the scale's not budging, what's happening? Even, I don't even know if I could say this, but Ziggy's wife, Barbie, was in the test group with us. And even she was like, okay, guys, I'm not losing any weight. I'm not feeling any different. So I don't think it's like an instant gratification kind of a program. And I think it's really important to note that that everyone in the test group was kind of experiencing the same things for that first month or so. And that, maybe Tara Carr wasn't, because she was 4 months postpartum, and she really got really great results as far as weight loss. But yeah, I would definitely focus on measurements and before and after pictures for sure over the scale.
Yeah, because you said
it might not change that much,
Yeah. Well, you said even yourself, you dealt with it. I mean, you're a coach, you know how this stuff works, and even you were like starting to get nervous.
Oh yeah, I was freaking out.
Okay, so Courtney here in the group asks, is this geared mostly towards people who are prepared for an advanced program, or could someone who isn't advanced do it and still thrive?
I don't think you have to be advanced, but I wouldn't say this is a beginner program at all. I would think some kind of like fitness foundation would be ideal. I don't think someone with no fitness background could just jump right in and do this and without killing themselves.
Yeah. I mean, and Tara Carr did it postpartum. I mean, she's obviously been a coach, so she's had some level of fitness, but I mean, like your body's been through a lot after that. So if she could handle it, then, I think other mamas who are postpartum, if they were doing something beforehand, could probably do it too.
Right. And that's another really important thing is there is no modifier in this. The modification is whoever's on the ball, but they're not doing it any easier. So that's another way that it's totally different than 21 Day Fix and 21 Day Fix Extreme.
So for cardio and stuff, if there's no modifiers, people who maybe have issues with their knees and stuff, can they still do it? Or is it kind of like, no, this is for people who are full mobility?
I would think it would be hard because, I mean, everything is working I'm not kidding when I say every single day is butt and leg day. You're doing a lot of step ups, a lot of squats, a lot of deadlifts, a lot of like knee and leg and butt things.
Courtney's like rubbing her head down there.
Oh no.
I feel your pain. Leg day is my least favorite day. How many ab days are there? Because that's my favorite day.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yuck. Actually, there's no workout with abs in it. No, you're kind of always using your abs, but they each have like 1 or 2 10-minute ab workouts that you piggyback, like maybe twice a week you do abs, but you could add it more than that if you really like working abs. It's a separate workout.
Oh, kind of like
that you just add on.
Like how they have in 21 Day Fix, the 10-minute ab fix.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's on the calendar, I think like maybe even once a day, because you're using your abs so much to balance. And like you're just constantly using your abs. So I guess I didn't feel the need to put it in there very much. I don't know. You could add it more.
Yeah. If anybody else has any questions, write them because I'm going to get wrapped up because I don't want to keep Danette too long since it's kind of a crazy holiday week. So I have a question maybe to kind of start wrapping us up. So what do you think is the best way to market this for the launch? Since it's launching right before the holidays, I know there's a lot of people who are doing test groups right after it launches. Me personally, I'm going to run mine starting in January and let people have time to get their challenge pack just because I feel like they're going to buy it the second. They're not going to get it till the 12th. And then I'm not going to have someone launch into a really intense program 2 weeks before Christmas and New Year's. But I know a lot of people are. So what's your strategy for that or your thought process on it as far as the launch coming, in a week?
I've gone back and forth on this too, because initially I was like, we're going to start it January 7th. But Monica Lopez was in the group with us, and she brought up such an awesome point on her call last night that she's going to do a soft launch for the month of December. So she can make the sales in December. When she buys a challenge pack, she's going to put into her group, and they get the Beachbody on Demand for 30 days. So she said she's already made out like a workout schedule for people who can do Beachbody on Demand while they wait. And then I think she's starting hers like January 4th.
That's smart.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
So
that's probably the strategy I'll take. Uh-huh.
Yeah. What I have right now is a 21-day challenge for December, but it starts November 30th because that's a Monday. And then it ends pretty much like right before the beginning of Christmas week. So that's a good idea. I mean, I could always throw people in there and give them an arm calendar and just be like, have fun with us for the next 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Because I'm always one of those people who I don't ever want to ask someone to do something I'm not willing to do. Like that's kind of my strategy in coaching. And I don't want to do Hammer and Chisel 2 weeks before Christmas, me personally. So I'm not going to try and like force all my challengers to do it and be leading this group when I'm not doing it myself. Like I want to do it January, like when I'm all amped up with New Year's resolutions, ready to go. So that is like, I kind of want to wait, but yeah. That's a great suggestion for kind of doing a soft launch, getting them at least thinking about their goals. Drinking Shakeology through the holidays at least help them maybe maintain and at least be getting something good in their body during the holidays. Yeah. Because, I mean, why not get the points in December when it launches? Exactly. And who knows if
need them.
Okay, so Christina asked, are there rest days or is it 60 days straight?
You have one rest day, and it's set up to be on Thursday. I don't know why they picked Thursday, but if you're more of like a Sunday rest person, then you could just start. It starts on a Sunday. I think we started on a Sunday. Did we? Yeah, we started on a Sunday, so you could just start 4 days. You could start like on a Thursday, or I don't know. I'm bad at math, but anyways, you could just back it up so that your rest day could be wherever you wanted it to be. But yes, there's only one rest day a week.
That's weird that it's on a Thursday.
I know, it is strange. I looked forward to Thursdays.
Yeah, they're like randomly. Here you go.
Yeah.
Okay, does anybody have any closing questions for Danette? This is your chance. Ask anything about Hammer and Chisel launch.
Let me go on the chat.
So did you get a challenge pack or did they just send you the program for the test group?
It was so funny. We got a bootleg copy of the DVDs in like a white plastic sleeve, like a paper sleeve. And we got the container. It was like so bootleg. It was so funny. We didn't get the challenge pack. We didn't get any supplements. Totally up to us if we wanted to use them or not. Some people did, some people didn't. We didn't get any Shakeology or anything like that. It was like, so I don't even know what it's all going to look like. I'm excited to see.
Did you get like the nutrition booklet or did they just go over that in your group?
It was printed off on printer paper. It was like really bootleg.
So glamorous.
I
know. That's hilarious. Okay, well, if nobody has any questions, wait, what does that say? Lisa says, yeah, there's an unboxing video from Autumn. I posted it in our team page for you guys that didn't see that.
Fun.
She's not unboxing a challenge pack. She's just unboxing Hammer and Chisel. So challenge packs will come with a little bit extra, but okay, last call. Anybody else? Anything for Danette? Danette, anything you just want to share that maybe we didn't ask you that was important?
Trying to think. My brain's like mush because I've been so out of it for a few weeks, I think, I don't know. I think this is kind of one of the things, just going by the test group that we did. If you don't have a huge network, yes, you could absolutely share anything that I've posted. Absolutely. You don't have to ask permission. You don't have to tag me or anything. Everyone in the test group purposely didn't write well, I think most everyone, some people may have, didn't post their like website link or name on there because we wanted anyone to be able to share these without, just for everyone's benefit, not for just ours. So yes, feel free to share anyone in the test group's photos. I don't know what I just started saying. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So the test group, I think works if you don't have like a huge network or a huge amount of people that are going to be buying challenge packs. I think this is a really cool program, especially because it is so long, to team up with your entire team, to do like one giant test group to really keep everyone going. I don't know. That's just a thought, that because it is so long, it's going to be really hard to engage people for 60 days, I feel like. And a lot of people are going to fall off, It's tough. It's really tough. So they're really going to need that extra support and encouragement to keep going.
Yeah, that's a good point. Just going into it knowing like lots of people are going to fall off. It's not a reflection of you as a coach.
Absolutely.
It's just the nature of the beast. And a lot of coaches, like a lot of you guys haven't been around long enough to have done like the old 60-day or 90-day challenge groups. Like when I first started, those were what everybody did. Like the 21-day challenge groups, the month-long challenge groups didn't start until my second year as a coach, when 21 Day Fix came out. Because before that, there was no 1 month long program. Like T25 was 10 weeks, and everything before that was like 90-day programs. So that's why some of the old challenge group scripts are like 90-day scripts and 60-day scripts from Lindsay, because that's what there was. So you guys haven't really experienced those long challenge groups yet. So this will be kind of a fun new thing for everybody. But I still think you can keep that month-long challenge group. Like you can still do a new one every month. And, the second month, like, so we start one in January with all these Hammer and Chisel people, start another one in February with new Hammer and Chisel people, and the old ones will just be halfway through. Like you don't have to wait and do 2-month blocks if you don't want to. I feel like you could still do every month if that is your system, to keep things from getting confusing, and just know that half your challengers will be on month 2 and half will be on month 1. But that may be exciting for the month 1 people to see their future, and it may be reinvigorating for the month 2 people to have all these excited new people in there with them.
Great point. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't think anybody has to worry about that. Courtney, yeah, I'm going to do mine in January, but like Danette suggested, I'll probably put everybody who buys a challenge back in a group in December, at least to get just them connected to each other, and we can give them a BOD calendar to use in the meantime, which will also be good for keeping people plugged into on demand instead of opting out of it. And then where do we get these scripts for the challenge groups? They're in the team page in the files. There's one called Master List of Challenge Group Scripts or something like that. Okay. Thank you so much, Danette, for being here. I know it's a crazy week with the holidays. We really appreciate it. It's really nice to just have, I don't know, it feels like insider opinions and insight into a program, so we can kind of go into it with a little bit more knowledge than just reading the FAQ.
Thank you so much for having me, Becca. It's seriously an honor. I admire you so much, and I'm excited to do it.
Oh, thanks. I really appreciate it. I mean, I'm just hugely flattered that you would take time out on a busy week to answer questions I'm sure you've answered a million times now from being in the test group. So thank you so much. Have a really wonderful Thanksgiving with all your guys, all your fam.
Thank you.
We'll see you on Facebook.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.